Shalom, shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. First and foremost, before I get into my lesson, I want to start off by giving all praises unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah, HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone that teach in the real well today. And salutation also to the fellow laborers that's in the ministry, and the believers that scatter worldwide in all truth and sincerity, day in and day out. Once again, I'm the brother Shaquat Gabar, coming at you with another lesson. And right before I get into this lesson, this message or these videos goes out to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which we are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites according to the Bible, and also to the Israelite foreigners that are scattered amongst the heathen nations that may take on the physical appearance or look of another nation. But if your bloodline goes back to Negro, Latino, or Native American descent by the seed of your father, you are considered an Israelite as well. Shalom. As you can see, I had this video queued up on the screen, okay, which is of one of the beloved brothers amongst the ministry, okay, and a believer, okay, when it comes to his channel, Arrows of Indignation 144, and you can see the title that he gave it, okay, as it read, "Hey Jake, they all in cahoots together. You will always be seen as the villain in Babylon." Okay, and when it comes to the title, okay, when he mentioned Jake, okay, that's the term that we use, okay, or the men of Great Millstone, okay, or Israelites use, okay, when it comes to Jake, okay, going to Jacob, okay, when it comes to the Israelites, okay, when it comes to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, okay, and it says, when it comes to Babylon the Great, okay, going into this place, okay, America, okay, in the scriptures, okay, where this place is prophesied to be America, Babylon the Great in the scriptures. And the video that's, I'm gonna play it, of course, but the video, okay, when it comes to the subject matter of this lesson, okay, going into, we at the time of the stage of division, okay, war, okay, civil unrest, race wars, clash wars, okay, in particular when it comes to this video, when you got, certain groups as the, neo-Nazi, okay, going throughout different neighborhoods of so-called, blacks, okay, as I say, Jake, okay, so-called Negroes mainly, okay, Negro, Latinos, Native Americans, okay, protesting, okay, when it comes to these neo-Nazi going into these Jake neighborhood protesting, okay, and they, protesting with their, weapons and, so forth, okay, and, you also have, Jake, being roused up, man, okay, when it comes to these Israelites, okay, all so-called Negroes gathering together, okay, to protect their neighborhood, okay, and, and when it comes to America, this place is known for is a right to bear arm, okay, the Second Amendment, okay, when it comes to the guns, okay, hey, so we coming to the point of racial tensions and race wars, man, okay, and civil unrest, okay, it's gonna be an all-out hell breaking loose, okay, in gun battle, okay, once this place really collapse, man, because eventually this place is on the verge of collapsing, okay, leading to more civil unrest, okay, survival of the fetish, okay, or the fetish, okay. So let me go ahead and play this video, and I'm gonna expound more and get some scriptures, and that be the lesson, and I pray that the lesson is edifying.
New video just released by Evendale Police shows the moments an officer interacted with a neo-Nazi group after that demonstration over 75 near Lincoln Heights.
There's been a lot of discussion, obviously, about this incident since it happened 11 days ago on February 7th. So you're about to see the officer on the over overpass first, ordering the white supremacist group to get into the U-Haul and leave the bridge when counter-protesters then arrive. So about 5 minutes later, you can see the same officer walk up to the U-Haul outside of a Laughlin local schools building shortly before kids were about to be released from class that day. Here's the exchange now between the Evendale officer and the neo-Nazi group in the U-Haul, and the one man not wearing a mask you're about to see asking if he can go back and pick up his service dog where the protest happened on the overpass on 75.
We're trying to figure out a plan to get that.
Yeah, I don't know if we got to get him an Uber or something. That's probably the best bet, I'm guessing. I don't think anybody knows about
There's a dog. If the dog in there is if the dog is in there school with me driving it to you guys, I can go and get it. But there's a dog in there. I don't know.
Yeah, we need to get him. He's my service animal. That's why I really need to get him. But
Here,
get your mask on. I don't give my face right now.
just take take that black that shirt off, and you can get in my car.
Cool, thank you.
And then if I got in the driver's seat of the car with the dog bite me, you think? No.
He's a dog. He'll sniff you to death.
You make sure you got your keys.
Yeah, I got the.
Are you guys done?
Yeah, we're done.
There's no other.
We're just trying to go get the dog.
Yeah, so this show you right here, man. Okay, because this supposed to be a policeman. Okay, he's really aiding into this whole group right here. Okay, the neo-Nazi. Okay, which primary majority of them, okay, is Edomites. Okay, when it comes to the so-called white race. Okay, which is our number one enemy when it comes to you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay, and most of these neo-Nazis, okay, protesters, hey, they are already government officials when it comes to like policemen, doctors, lawyers. Okay, they just asked the KKK. Okay, they Christian, white Christian preachers. Okay, when it comes to that's just a disguise. Okay, but when it comes to their true hatred, and they all gather together and hold these certain terrorism group, as they say, or screamers groups. Okay, but look, you see all of them Edomites, man. Okay, he's foreign to the point that when it comes to this Edomite cop, okay, to help the Nazis out, man. Okay, as they just been protesting in a so-called black neighborhood, man. Okay, hey, so this show you that we at the point of more and more racial tensions leading to race wars, man. Okay, and division. Okay, because we come to the understanding that's in the faith, who the world calls God, which his name is Yahweh. Okay, in the Hebrew, meaning he is or he exists, and his son, who the world ignorantly called Christ. Okay, which his name in the Hebrew as well is Yahweh Shai, meaning he is the savior or deliverer. Okay, it's only dealing with one nation. Okay, when it comes to all the nations that the Lord created, but he only dealing with one nation, and that's the Hebrew Israelites, which happen to be so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay, but when it comes to the creation of the nation of Esau, Edom, the Lord created them to be the wicked here upon the earth, man, and to be our adversaries, man. Okay, right along with the rest of these heathen nations. Okay, and we're coming to the time of their downfall. Okay, and the downfall of this place, America. Because now you're seeing ever since Trump got back in office, you're seeing a lot of these which we call Edomite supremacy groups. Okay, but what the world call them, or the government call them, white supremacy. Okay, groups starting to gather together now. Okay, and when it comes to the them coming against so-called blacks, okay, and vice versa, you're seeing so-called blacks taking up arms, okay, trying to be militant, okay, but that's not going to be the way for you so-called Negro, Latinos, Native Americans when it comes to being delivered in the times that we're coming into. Okay, that's why the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai set up the prophets when it comes to the Hebrew Israelite ministry. Okay, they'll go out there and teach about repentance and come back and acknowledge your inheritance as Israelites and acknowledge your power, Yahweh Shema Shai, to convert and to be healed, and ultimately ultimately to be covered in the times that we're approaching, known as Jacob's trouble. Okay, Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7. Okay, and the Lord Yahweh Shai is going to be our deliverer. Okay, in the times to come. Okay, hey, but you got certain Israelite camps out there. Okay, had the mind frame of being militant. Okay, but let me furthermore continue on playing this video.
The chief and member out. Yeah, we're on. Let's go grab it, brother. One community in Ohio, which is now the center of a growing national debate about civil rights, hate speech, and the Second Amendment. NBC News correspondent and NBC News Now daily anchor Morgan Radford visited the town of Lincoln Heights, where residents have formed an armed community defense group in the wake of a neo-Nazi rally. Morgan joins us now. You were there just on Tuesday. What did the residents tell you about what's going on?
Yeah, I was there just this week. John, it was fascinating because what's interesting is that this town was founded during the Great Migration back in the 20s as a refuge for black citizens, which is why it was especially painful when neo-Nazis suddenly appeared in this 3,000-person majority black town. But they decided to fight back, taking up arms and patrolling their own streets. Now they're at the center of a much larger debate about protection and free speech and who gets it. These aren't police officers or soldiers.
They're business owners, fathers, sons, daughters.
These are civilians, members of the Lincoln Heights Safety and Watch program.
And I have to say this, okay, and this is what these elites want, okay, when it comes to these Edomites, man, okay, that, you know, they're chiefly ruling, the elites, when it comes to the central bankers, okay, we know, always known to going into, they're trying to establish the NWO, and one of the ways they want to establish the NWO, okay, to push order out of chaos, okay. Now, at this time, you know, you see the appearance of so-called blacks dressing up in militant gear, okay, talking about, you know, for safety against the Nazis and all that, okay. Like I say, you know, even when it comes to certain so-called blacks groups that being militant, a lot of them are paid off by these elites, man, okay. You know, they had the notions that, hey, man, we got to stand up and fight for our black community, okay. So now, you know, so-called blacks have rights to the guns and, you know, so-called freedom of speech and defending their rights, okay. You know, so these elites play a part into pinning the nations against each other, okay, especially when it comes to the so-called whites and blacks, okay. Yeah, but that's all scripture, okay, because like I said, the Lord is all about division, okay, and we know that we're in the time of the Lord bringing uproars of the people, okay, and civil unrest and racial attention, race wars, okay. So let me furthermore play it. You actually got people out there that thinking that they actually got a right, okay, those that, you know, not agent provocateurs, okay, but those that really taking up the arm and trying to defend, you know, like I say, Esau Edom trying to defend his rights and his country, okay, and on the other hand, you got so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans talking about gathering together and being militant to protect their families, their communities, okay, against, you know, so-called whites, primacy groups, okay, but it's all going to be a lose-lose situation, man, okay, for these heathens, starting with Esau Edom, and at this time, the 2/3 of our people, okay, are so-called Negro, Latinos, Native Americans, that's in the mind frame of being militant and taking on arms, man, okay, because the Lord is only going to deliver the elect, okay, when it comes to the 144,000 and the 1/3, which the elect is not going to be in the mind frame of being militant, okay, the elect is going to be in the mind frame and trusting in Yahweh Shema Shai for deliverance, okay, Yahweh Shema Shai is going to be our spiritual cover, okay, in the times that we're about to enter into physically, okay, so that's why it's now for you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans that come across the Hebrew Israelite videos, okay, such as the Men of Great Millstone and the Brothers on Down that truly teaching, okay, about, you know, the times that we're headed into, okay, and to repent and come back and acknowledge Yahweh Shema Shai for your covering, okay, not trusting in the gun, man, okay.
The duty. Okay, let's go. The duty, protecting their neighborhood. The majority black village of Lincoln Heights, Ohio. After neo-Nazis held a rally here last month, carrying rifles, waving swastikas, and hurling racial slurs, just moments before children were let out of school. At the time, law enforcement officials said the neo-Nazis did not break any laws, but an investigation by county prosecutors is ongoing. Weeks later, the KKK came with...
Hey, so you see the stereotype, okay, or you see the discrimination and, between the, they all before, the Nazi, they entered into the so-called black community, okay, but for them, they got every right, okay, they got every right to, to defend themselves and to voice their opinion, protesting with their archery out there, okay, they saying racial slurs to the Jake and in their community, okay, but when it came to the time of them showing, Jake arm up, okay, now they got the term as well as extremist, okay, violent, okay, and next thing you know, hey, we got to do something about, okay, these Negroes that got guns, okay, they ruining the country, okay, so you see, okay, the back and forth, okay, and the unjust, man, when it comes to the system, man, okay.
These flyers.
First African-American community above the Mason-Dixon line is down.
Safety and Watch Group spokesperson Durance Daniels says the police did not do enough, which was more chilling because the town was founded in the 1920s as a safe haven for black residents.
And this place America is set up against us, man. Okay, majority of our people don't know when it comes to you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans. First of all, you Israelites, okay? You're going to learn that from the prophets, okay? And on top of that, this place America is our captivity and Esau, Edom ruling over us, man. So you ain't going to have no fair shake of or justice in this place, man, okay? Okay, the only one that's going to justify us, okay, is Yahweh Shai when it comes to the deliverance of the elect of the nation of Israel, okay? Our people still trying to fight for their rights here in America, okay, looking for equality, okay, looking for reparations, okay, and let's all join together, okay, but more and more being on display through the Spirit, hey, the Lord bringing division when it comes to the Edomites and the so-called the so-called white race, the Edomites, and the so-called blacks, the Israelites, okay? Because we are natural-born enemies, man, okay? Let me continue on. And that's all through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai.
This is our home. If somebody broke into your home, you call the police, and the police says, if they do it again, we haven't broken any law, so we're just going to allow them to break into your home again. What would you do?
Are you worried at all that having a potentially armed response could just create more friction, create more danger?
I'll answer that by saying I've never felt safer as a black man in my community than I have right now.
The mayor of Evendale, which oversees the police force that responded that day, said in a statement to NBC News, "Our emphasis on de-escalation and public safety resulted in the incident's resolution without injuries to any of the persons involved." But residents here say they can't afford to wait. Every day, the Safety and Watch Group escorts children to school and patrols the streets. Why do you all wear masks?
Those Nazis, we have reports of them finding our backgrounds, and so we're not hiding ourselves from the residents, but we're protecting our family from what we're doing out here.
While many locals do support the security group, some, like business owner Eric Ruffin, say they wish the group wasn't needed.
We don't want to become what we hate. We don't want to become a group of people that walk around feeling like we have a reason in America to have to protect ourselves.
And this community
Stand up.
is not backing down.
And they miss it.
Hey, you see, yeah, so you still got Jake trusting in their guns, okay? Trying to fight against this system. It ain't no different from the Black Panthers, movement from back then, okay? And other pro-black active groups that thought about militant. Okay, recently, a couple years ago, the not effing around coalition, okay, with Grandmaster Jay, okay, which we know he was a sellout, agent provocateur, okay, because now he facing about 7 years, or was facing 7 years, okay, for pointing a gun at an officer during one of the rallies, okay, the Not Effing Around coalition, okay. But that never worked for you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, okay, especially you so-called Negroes, man, okay, talking about being militant and to come against Esau, Edom, militant groups, man, okay, when it comes to, you know, the guns, okay, which, first of all, the guns, or the sword, is the blessing of Esau, Edom, okay, so the Esau, Edom had mastered that, okay, where you think you get these guns from, okay, they're from this government, okay, legal or illegal, okay, that's not your blessing when it comes to you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, okay. Our blessing is to trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, to be our covering, okay, to deliver us, okay, from the sword when it comes to Esau, Edom, okay, which is Yahweh Shem Yahushai, left-hand side, okay, when it comes to wickedness, okay, when it comes to Esau, Edom. The Lord created Esau, Edom to be the sword, man, okay. It's mainly to be a punishment unto us as a nation, okay. And 2/3 of our people are going to find that out the hard way. Okay, because not just our people have to face these white supremacy groups. Hey, they got to face the government when it comes to martial law. Okay, and when it comes to Esau, Edom, foreign troops that's over here. Okay, the bring martial law. Okay, they advanced weapons when it comes to AI robots. Okay, robot dogs, drones. Okay, super soldiers. Okay, all that's set up against you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. And for you to think that you can take down Esau, Edom by his own blessing, okay, by the way of the sword, okay, it's going to be foolish, okay, and a major disappointment, man, okay, because a lot of our people are going to be judged by the hands of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, okay, by the sword of the blessing of Esau, Edom, man, okay, when it comes to the 2/3. So only the elect is going to be delivered, man, okay, and the elect is going to be the covering, okay. Yahweh Shem Yahushai is going to be the covering for the elect, okay?
Contacted the mayor of Evendale's office, and they say that prosecutors are looking at body camera footage of the neo-Nazi rally to see if any criminal charges could be filed. But meantime, the Hamilton County Sheriff is also calling on state lawmakers to pass legislation making it a crime to wear a mask with the purpose of intimidation while open carrying, guys.
So, Morgan, let me ask you, one of the people you interviewed there, a young man, said he's never felt safer in his community than he does now. So this could have an impact nationwide, things like this. I mean, there is a contagion factor in safety. People always seek it. What did the mayor or anybody that you spoke to think about the contagion factor?
Durance, I don't want to speak for him, but after my conversation with him, I feel like I could confidently say he would say the contagion factor has already happened. Because when I asked, is this a reaction to a local moment or a national movement? And he said, look at January 6th. He said, you already have people felt emboldened to come here locally because of what they saw nationally. If you can hang from the building of the hallowed halls of the Capitol and then be pardoned, not be prosecuted, why don't you think you can come to a...
Okay, so that's the end of the video. And I'm going to go ahead and get into the scriptures. I was going to start off in Genesis 49, but I'm going to start off in Matthew, the 24th chapter. Going into Yahushai, going into end time prophecy, okay, of Yahushai's second coming. When it comes to the signs that Yahushai told his disciples at that time what to look forward to, okay, which was written aforetime for our learning today, okay, as we're acknowledging this truth and having an understanding through the Spirit, okay, what Yahushai was speaking back then, okay, furthermore, is prophesying of coming to fruition of being fulfilled today. Okay. Let me get this. So this is a red letter, Yahushua Mashiach speaking. Okay. This is Matthew, the 24th chapter. Let me see, verse 7. It says, for nation shall rise against nations, kingdom against kingdom. And that's what we're seeing. Okay, division. Okay. Nations against nations. That's what we're going to have your your race wars, the civil wars, class wars. Okay, because now it's only gonna be black against whites. Okay, but it's gonna be nations against their own people, man. Okay, you're gonna have so-called Negroes, Latino, Native Americans clashing against each other. Okay, so-called white groups, supremacy groups clashing against each other, going against their government. Okay, American citizens going against their government. Okay, taking matters in their own hands when it comes to the right to bear arms. Okay, but it says, for nation shall rise against nations, kingdom against kingdom, and that's what we're seeing, division. Okay, and America is divided. Okay, which America always been divided. Okay, but how much more now? Okay, as we seeing things are happening, man. Okay, and then in other countries, okay, being divided, coming against America. Okay, America going against them. Okay, infightings amongst the government. Okay, here in America, and where the other countries' government. Okay, so it's all a point of division. Okay, and that's part of end time prophecy, man. And it says, and there should be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. Yeah, famines. And where there's food shortages or lack of food, yeah, that's going to cause more uproars of the people. Okay, pestilence. Okay, illness. Okay, earthquakes in diverse places. These are signs, man. Okay, that the Lord say the prophesied about when it comes to the ministry of the Hebrew Israelites, man. Okay, and so we're coming in these times, man. Like I say, now we're coming to the point that Israel is rising up. Okay, and the Lord putting the spirit on Jake to do that. Okay, when it comes to the will of the Lord, to put the spirit on these Jakes to to be militant. Okay, like I said, just for the Lord to destroy them. Okay, because when it comes to the Hebrew Israelites, mainly the elect, okay, we're not supposed to be in the mind frame of being militant and taking up arms to fight against Esau, Edom, and these heathens, man. Okay, now we're gonna let the 2/3 of our people, okay, take that route, man. Okay, and that's a route that they ain't gonna be able to finish, okay, or succeed, man. Okay, dumb, thinking carnal. Okay, matter of fact, let me get this. What that's on. Second, I know this Corinthians. Let me see. What is 11? Here we go. No, 10. 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 3. For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. Yeah, so being carnal, okay, which the word carnal means flesh, okay? And when it comes to the carnal thoughts, okay, we're not supposed to approach, okay, that mind frame. Okay, we're supposed to be spiritual. Okay, although we're in this flesh, okay, but we're supposed to be spiritual when it comes to understanding the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, okay, being in the spirit. For verse 4, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. Yeah, not taking up arms, man. Okay, not being militant. Like I said, you even got certain Israelite camps pushing militant. Okay, ISUPK, Sakari. Okay, some of these camps taking firearms to the street ministry. Okay, hey, there's nothing wrong with having a weapon. Okay, but we're not promoting. Okay, when it comes to us, okay, the men of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, okay, us of the hopeful elect. Okay, start with the men of Great Millstone and the brother on down. And we're not pushing terrorism, militant. Okay, we just going into the news, end time, or the scriptures, or the prophecies, or end time prophecies, what's taking place in the news, man, and current events. Okay, our message is for you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans to repent and come back and acknowledge Yahweh Shem Yahushua and let the Lord be your covering. Okay, and not being in the mind frame of being militant or carnal. Okay, For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh by Shem Yahushai to the pulling down of strongholds. Okay, and the Lord is doing that by the way of the truth. Okay, pulling down the strongholds of the exposure of Esau Edom rulership. Okay, and when it comes to their history, okay, when it comes to their lies, okay, when it comes to them trying to forge their NWO, okay, the prophets through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai had come out and teach and give that forewarning, especially to you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, that this place is going down, that Esau Edom is going down, okay? And it's going to be Yahweh Shai that's going to take them out of power when Yahweh Shai return with the hosts of angels, what the world call UFOs, which are the chariots, okay? Because ultimately this place, America, is going to be destroyed by the way of thermonuclear fire at the peak of the Third World War, okay? Right along with these heathens and 2/3 of our people, man. And only the elect is going to be delivered from out of that destruction. Okay, when the elect being beamed up into those chariots, man. Okay, being delivered, okay, from out of that time. Okay, and eventually Esau, Edom, and these heathens, they're going to go into captivity once Yahweh Shai established the kingdom of Israel, man. Okay, and on top of that, the Lord going to give his elect, okay, men, spiritual power, man. Okay, so that's going to be our covering. Okay, us are the hopeful elect. Okay. It says, verse 5, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Yahweh Shai Hamashiach. Hey, so the lies of this world, okay, the carnality and the thinking of this world gonna be brought down, man. Okay, when Yahweh Shai return, man. Okay, and that's what we're out there to teach. Okay, to you so-called Negro, Latinos, Native Americans. Let's go back. Hey, but once again, the Lord is raising up these so-called Negroes, in particular, Judah. Okay, which, the so-called Negroes, Judah. Okay, the head tribe on down to the rest of the tribes. Okay, and to come against Esau, Edom. In this case, when it comes to carnality, when it comes to the 2/3, man. Okay, because like I said, the Lord is going to be the guide of the elect. Okay, but he's going to give 2/3 over to that carnal mind frame to be militant. Okay, but that show you that the Lord is, just raising Israel up. Okay, the times that we in. Genesis chapter 49, verse 8, and it says, Judah, okay, which is the so-called Negroes today. Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise, because Judah is the head tribe. Thy hand shall be at the neck of thy enemies. And that's going into Esau, Edom, starting with the Edomites and all the way down to the rest of the heathen nations, man. Okay? And it says, thy hand shall be in the neck of thy enemies. And it's always have been like that. Okay? Ever since Esau and Jacob was born. Okay? Hey, but, now at this time, okay, we're at the point of Esau, Edom, still had that perpetual hatred for the so-called Negro, Latinos, Native Americans, okay, the Israelites, man, okay? And it says, thy hand shall be in the neck of thy enemies, thy father's children shall bow down before thee, okay? Judah is a lion's whelp, okay? And so as a lion's whelp, what? From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. Yeah, at one point in time, our people was in this place, majority of our people, okay, was in the, ever since the whole civil rights movement, okay, segregation, okay, our people, been in the mind frame of thinking they can have equal rights, okay, to join with Esau, Edom, and these heathens here in America, okay, all us Americans, so that put our people at a point of being comfortable, okay, and our people, getting up ahead when it comes to certain, aids, benefits, jobs, careers here in America, okay? But now the Lord's putting the spirit on Esau, Edom to show you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans still to this day that you ain't nothing but niggas, man, okay? Slaves, man, and enemies, okay? And so now you got so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans coming to the point of waking up. Hey, we got an enemy, okay, when it comes to Esau, Edom, and these heathens, to the point that now they take it on arms. Okay? And it says, he stooped down, he crouched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? Okay, so now we're at the time that the Lord rising up on the Israelites, man. Okay, or the so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans. Okay? In this case, when it comes to our people, fighting back now. Okay? When our people, being militant in that mind frame. Once again, which that's not going to be the way to of deliverance. Okay? Because like I said, because Yahweh Shema Shah is raising up the prophets of the nation of Israel to come against Esau, Edom, and these heathens. And right now, 2/3 of our people, man. Okay? Because on the elect, once again, going to be delivered, man. Okay, but the whole point that the Lord is rising up our people, man. Okay, you see that in that video and different examples, okay, throughout, the past years, okay? But all this is biblical prophecy. Let's get this. Zechariah chapter 9, verse 13. It says, when I had bent Judah for me and filled the bowl with Ephraim, okay, Ephraim represent the so-called Puerto Ricans today, which are the head tribe of the northern kingdom, okay, and Judah, the so-called Negroes, which are the head tribe of the southern kingdom, okay, because one point in time, okay, we was as a whole, okay, of the nation of Israel, but the split came, okay, but even as, as a whole of Israel, you had Judah always been over Judah, Benjamin, Levi, okay, then you had Ephraim over the rest of the northern kingdoms, okay, which today are the Hispanic, Latinos, and Native American tribes, okay, which make up the northern kingdom, okay. Like I say, Ephraim being the head tribe, the so-called Puerto Ricans. But now you're seeing Israel gathering back together, starting with this word, okay, mainly the elect, okay. But they're gonna come a time that you're gonna have Israel gathering together to come against Esau, Edom, okay. When it comes to them being carnal, okay. When it comes to these racial wars, man, okay. And it says, and when I have bent Judah for me and filled the bow with Ephraim and raised up thy sons, O Zion, against thy sons, O Greece. And Greece representing Esau, Edom. Okay, they've always been known as the Grecians, okay, the Romans, okay, the Greco-Roman Empire, okay, which here today we had the semblance here in America of Greece or Rome, okay, which represent the Edomites today, man. Okay, so this is another scripture to prove that we're in the time of race wars, man, and class wars, okay, civil war, okay. And it says, O Zion, against thy sons, O Greece, and make thee as the sword of a mighty man, okay. And so that's the time we're coming into, okay. Like I said, the Lord is going to be with his elect, okay. Let's get this. Micah chapter 5, verse 7. And the remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people as the dew from the Lord. And that remnant going into the elect. Okay, because us are the hopeful elect. During the time of all this chaos, okay, and we remaining, the Lord, guiding us, okay. And we're gonna have to see all the catastrophic of these wars, man. Okay, the graphics of these wars. Okay, gonna be in real life motion picture, man. Okay, of the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah when it comes to the Lord judgment. Okay, but our prayer and faith is in the Lord to keep us, okay, and to deliver us from the wrath of the Lord in the times of Jacob's trouble. Okay, as the Lord say he's going to do for his elect, okay? And that's why we're praying that we part of that number. And it says, and the remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people as the dew from the Lord, as the showers upon the grass that tarry not for man, nor waited for the sons of men. Okay, like I said, because it's going to be so bad. Okay, the Lord going to have to lift up a standard for the elect, okay? When it comes to Isaiah chapter 59, verse 19. Okay, and that standard is going to come in the form of a way of spiritual intervention, okay, spiritual power, man, okay, for the Lord's elect men, okay. That's the number that we're striving to be part of, okay, because not only that spiritual power going to be for miracles, okay, but for protection, okay, and for a defense, okay. And it says, and the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles in the midst of many peoples, as a lion amongst the beasts of the forest, and as a young lion among the flocks of the sheep, who and if go through, both tread it down and tear in pieces, and none can deliver. And that's going to be for the Lord's elect men, okay, those that have that, allotted, those that have been allotted to have that, to receive that spiritual power, to be a defense, okay. And so the elects is gonna get busy, okay, but we're gonna have to we waiting on the Lord, okay, us are the hopeful elect, okay. The Lord gonna be our protection, okay. And with spiritual power, ain't no gun or tank or none of these weapons that Esau, Edom got, or these so-called Negro Latino Native Americans have, is not gonna come against, okay, the elect, man, okay. Like I said, it's gonna be an all-out battle, okay, because you're gonna have the elect men have to be facing certain situations to come against Esau, Edom, these heathens, and 2/3, man. Okay, and the Lord gonna give the power, okay, to his elect to be delivered, okay. But on the other hand, when it comes to these battles against Esau, Edom, and these heathens and 2/3, the Lord gonna give them over to their ruin, okay. Especially when it comes to these wars, these civil wars and race wars, man. Let's get this. Yeah, let's get this. 2nd Esdras chapter 15, verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Okay. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh. Okay, like I said, the modern day sword, okay, which is Esau Edom blessing. Okay, it's the guns, okay. Starting with Esau Edom military might, okay, and now you got the guns, okay, that an average American have, okay, as you see that display or that video, okay, of those two groups, okay. For the first group, neo-Nazi, and the second group was just a couple of citizens amongst their community taking up arms, okay. Hey, but that's going to be on a daily basis, okay, when it comes to these race wars and civil wars, man, okay. Third World War, okay. So that's why it says, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, okay. And the word destruction, woe, the word woe means destruction. And it says, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. So once again, that's your modern day guns, okay. And it says one people shall fight against another. And that's your race wars, clash wars, the Third World War, okay. In particular, focus on more of the racial wars, okay. And it says, for there shall be sedition among men, invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power, okay. And when it comes to sedition, uproars of the people, okay, especially like I say during the time of lawless, okay, civil unrest, okay, and martial law, detention centers, okay. And it says, and they should not regard their kings, no princes, okay. The kings and princes represent your modern day government, okay, when it comes to the presidents, the mayors, the senators, okay. Hey, people ain't gonna give a damn in that time. They're gonna take matters in their own hand. That's why it says the course of their actions shall stand in their power, okay. And it says a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. And that's where you're gonna have your martial law, okay, travel bans, checkpoints, okay, surveillance, smart cities, okay. Or it's gonna be so chaotic, people ain't gonna be able to travel. It ain't gonna be like as now. People are able to get into their vehicles and drive, go from city to city or state to state, okay. Able to get on planes, okay, buses, traveling, okay. There's gonna be total anarchy here in America, okay. And it says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Okay? And a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So that's how bad it's going to be. Okay? Especially when it comes to the lack of food and the lack of resources. Okay? Where there's no when there's shortage of food. Okay? I say shortage of food. It's not going to be like as there's not going to be no food at all. It's going to be a suppliance or lack of resources. Okay? Because the Lord says servants going to eat. Okay? Servants going to drink and rejoice in that time when it comes to the elect. Okay? But for the average so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, and the rest of these Americans, okay, to a certain extent, okay, a lot of them, going to go to the point of hunger, die of hunger, okay, famine, okay. And it says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their house with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation, okay, especially when it comes to the dollar collapsing, okay. And in the new way of buying and selling, it's going to be the MOTB, okay, the RFID micro, okay, that's going to be the next currency that's going to replace the dollar, okay, when it comes to these elites' agenda, okay. And the ones of our people that take it, they're going to be destroyed, according to Revelation chapter 14, verse 9, by those missiles. And the chariots bringing fire, man. Okay, that's why the men of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, start with the men of Great Millstone and the brother on down, always get that stern warning not to take it. Okay? But we coming in these times, man. Let me get this and I'll get ready to close. This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 13, verse 30. And he shall come to astonishment of them that dwell on the earth. Okay, so this is what Yahweh Shem Yahushai bringing. Okay, the judgment. Okay, the vision. And it says, okay, in this case, and it says, and one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another. Okay, so that's what we're seeing. Okay, the racial tensions, the civil wars, the class wars, okay, race wars, like I was going into, that's about to come. Okay, we just coming into the beginning of sorrows, but these things are brewing to the point of a no return. Okay, to this place America destroyed, man. Okay, the Third World War. Okay, so you see more and more division. Okay, and that's what Yahweh Shem Yahushai is bringing. Okay, Yahweh Shai said that he come not to bring peace, but division. Okay, to bring a sword. Okay, and the only ones that's going to receive peace and deliverance is the election. Okay, the 144,000 and the 1/3 of men, women, and children that's destined to be saved, and that's the number that we're striving to be part of, man. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the lesson here, and I pray that this lesson will edify. Okay, until the next time, Lord willing. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.